Sausage, peppers, and onions. We're going full bore Italian today on the Bald F Cooks with an homage to the Sunday backyard barbecue classic of my Uncle Tone.
Let's start with those little round balls of goodness, yellow onions.
Normally, I would use a variety of peppers varying the taste, texture, and flavor, but when you show up at the farmer's market and all they have left are bell peppers, then bell peppers it is. Now it's time for sausage. Specifically chipolata. We have two varieties. We have the classic fresh pork and the also classic... Wait, get my finger over there. Come on, come on. There we are. Middle finger. Not intentional. Onion and pepper. And the third is merguez, that delicious garlicky, peppery sausage from the north of Africa that is so popular throughout Europe in many, many dishes. It's the perfect accompaniment with onions and peppers.
Go time. Time to roast the little peppers. Well, these are kind of medium peppers, but you get the gist. Anyway, this is why this recipe is an homage to my Uncle Tone's sausage, peppers, and onions. He would chop them up and then grill them as you normally would. I prefer to roast them. Gives a little different flavor. Also, the skins come off really nicely.
Stovetop grilling is easy. Just make sure you have proper ventilation or your day will end in misery. A smoky misery. We're going to start with a little close-up, and then about 5 minutes later we'll get this. Turning them regularly, evenly charred and lovely. Same thing with the onions. You're just going to grill them, and then you're going to have this, which
They look a little off-putting, but believe me, they're delicious and well worth the effort. Plus the skins come right off, which you'll see in a moment.
while they're still hot with some tongs, put them in a paper bag for 5 to 10 minutes. It'll steam off, cool down, it'll be much, much easier to handle. We're just going to take them out of the bag, throw them into a colander, and then we have removal of skin. Very easy, comes apart wonderfully, and very satisfying, oddly satisfying in a weird way. Also use the colander, that way it doesn't clog up your sink. After you've cleaned them up, you're going to break them down just by slicing. I prefer long slices so it gets a little more bite to them, but if you want to dice them up, you can. It'll work too. I just don't think it's as flavorful. Now it's time for a little bit of sauteing magic. Throw some olive oil in and a little bit of butter. Melt that down a little bit. What that's going to do is you can use a little less butter and more olive oil. Stir this around. Then it'll be time to add the spices. Over medium heat, you're going to saute for a couple minutes, and then you're going to add some salt, some pepper. I like a little bit of dried thyme, but you can certainly use fresh. With outdoor grilling being a no-no, I've chosen to broil them under medium heat for 20 minutes, turning once. Now we're going to saute the peppers in with the onions, really just heating them up, and then we're going to go from there to adding our chopped up slices of deliciousness, also known as sausages.
And that's my Uncle Tone's sausage, peppers, and onions, made nearly every Sunday in the summer by my Aunt Jen and her daughters.